Super, Paul. Paul. Good.
So good. What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new, my name is Sheldon. I'm a PMP-certified project manager working for the federal government. I have a ton of videos on my channel about the Marine Corps Reserves because I was in for 6 years, and I also have a lot of videos about project management in general if you guys want to check that out. My last video was actually also a work vlog, and that's what this video will be as well. So I'll just bring you through my day and explain what I do on a day-to-day basis. Today is Friday. I'm super excited because who doesn't love Fridays? But before we start the weekend, I do have some work to get done. Next week, I'm actually traveling to, I won't tell you guys yet, but you'll find out. I'm traveling for work, and I'm really thinking about making a travel work vlog or work vlog while I'm traveling for work. I think that'll be super good content. But with that, if you guys have been following me for a while, I do have some pretty cool updates for you guys, and we'll get into that throughout the video. If you guys have watched my last video, you guys know that I'm currently in the process of initiating a brand new project. And with a brand new project, you obviously have brand new stakeholders. So I'm currently in the process right now of identifying the appropriate stakeholders. And once they're identified, I need to create the opportunity for us to either come together collectively for us to get to know each other, or I can reach out to people individually and sort of get to know each other. And obviously as a PM, I have to understand what their level of influence and engagement and contributions are going to be. But personally, I'm the type of PM who likes to get to know my stakeholders, clients, coworkers, and even leadership on a more personal level. Now, I understand that not everyone is open to mixing work with their personal life, and I don't expect to become everyone's best friend, but I do think it's crucial to build really good working relationships with the people that you interface and interact with on a daily or weekly basis. And this starts with treating people as human beings, putting a little bit more emphasis on the human side of things, getting to know people, empathizing, because this really helps to build trust, helps to bake in a layer of comfort and familiarity that goes a long way in very tough and long projects. With that said, I'm about to hop on a call with someone who is external to my organization. I've spoken to him before, but I don't really think he gets what we're trying to do with this project or what his role and contributions are going to be. And just understand that this is pretty normal. This is a normal task for a PM. You have to talk to people, make sure everyone's aligned, because with projects you have people from all different types of organizations and from different functions. So everyone has their own perspective and knowledge gaps, and your job is to basically fill those knowledge gaps and make sure people are aligned and integrated. That's another thing too. So two things, right? So we got to take a look at all the stuff that's currently P11 that should be P2. And then the second thing is we have to include all the training equipment that they. But yeah, let me reach out to her and see when the next time she's going to be here, and then maybe we can spend like maybe half a day or November, and then we'll just go from there. But hey, have a great weekend. Let me know if you need anything else. Just finished eating lunch, and luckily I don't have any more meetings or calls for the rest of the day, but I do need to spend some time with polishing up and finishing up the slides and workbooks that I'll be needing next week when I go travel to the client site. Reason for my travel next week is to basically collect and gather requirements with the client, but I'm not just going out there to collect requirements. I'm also trying to understand them better. And you know, with requirements gathering, it can be pretty straightforward, but at the same time, this is where I really like spending more time understanding the requirements, working side by side with the users, the stakeholders, the clients, the engineers and designers on how to best represent and articulate the requirements. So that way we disambiguate a lot of things early on and we address the risks early on rather than waiting until later. So I do have one more meeting remaining. It's coming up real soon, but it is not work related, and this is part of the update that I want to share with you guys. I just bought a house. I bought a brand new home that is to be built. They just broke ground about a week ago, and this meeting today is with the mortgage team. We're going through the mortgage underwriting process. I already got approved, I already put down my deposit. This is more sort of, I guess, a step in the process to make sure that when closing day comes, there aren't any red flags or anything like that. So super excited. I'll share more about the house in upcoming videos. I'm thinking about just documenting the whole process, the whole experience of buying a brand new home, and obviously I'll show you guys. But yeah, super excited. Hey Andrea, how are you? Happy Friday. Easy day. Will do. 5 there. So will it be possible for me to get my own copy of my certificate of eligibility?
Cooper.
Cooper. What are you doing, bud? What are you doing, bud? So that pretty much wraps up the workday. I wasn't able to completely complete the slides and my materials for next week, so I'm gonna have to work over the weekend. I usually do anyways before a work trip, just so that I'm on my A game when I get there. But tonight is date night. My girlfriend and I are gonna go on this brew hopping tour. It's like you hop on a bus or a van and they take you to different breweries and bars and you try different beers. Babe, are you excited for date night?
I am.
Me too. So this is the outfit for tonight. It's turning into fall soon, so the weather is getting a little chillier, which I really like. Allows me to layer up. So this is an Arc'teryx fleece that I really like. Underneath here is a basic Lululemon shirt. And on the bottom I have Lululemon pants. I'm probably just gonna wear some Vans. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna bring my camera with me because it's a date night and there's probably gonna be a group of people that we don't know, so I don't want to shove the camera in random people's faces. But I'll let you guys know how it is. And Cooper is gonna have to hold down the fort. Right, buddy? Love you. Good morning, y'all. It is the next morning. It is Saturday. We had a lot of fun last night. Cindy and I had a date night, and we did this beer hopping tour where they took us to 3 different breweries in DC, and we got to drink a ton of beer. My favorite beer is sort of like a hazy IPA. I like IPAs, but sometimes I crave a lager or just a really refreshing, lighter beer. I know this vlog is all over the place, but before I end this video, I did want to share something a little personal to me, kind of ended on a personal note. I know I shared the fact that I just bought a house, but one thing that I also want to share is the fact that I just started doing therapy. I just hired a therapist. I just finished my 2nd session. I thought twice about sharing something like this on such a public domain like YouTube, but at the same time I realized, I think we should start destigmatizing therapy. I don't think there should be shame in seeking therapy for your mental health. I mean, we put so much emphasis and value in seeking mentorship in our professional life and career. Why don't we do the same for our mental health and our emotional intelligence, especially if the difference between a leader and an individual contributor is your emotional intelligence. So for me, given my Marine background coupled with coming from an Asian American or an Asian background, it's kind of a taboo thing to talk about your mental health and something that you're struggling with, and I definitely defaulted to internalizing a lot of my past trauma. I kind of use that word reluctantly because I know some people have different definitions of trauma, but looking back on my life, I do think there's been a lot of things that I kind of just internalized and I held in that only and it just wasn't a very healthy way of dealing with it. So I've only had 2 sessions with my therapist so far, but I already feel like I've made so much progress in sort of grasping and understanding why I behave the way I behave and why I say certain things. It's really insightful to have a third-party perspective, a very educated one at that, sort of analyzing why you have certain insecurities and why you do certain things. It's just really eye-opening, and it's also very cathartic for me, just being able to talk to someone. And at the end of the day, I don't have any real mental health issues. I'm not dealing with suicidal thoughts or stress or anything like that. I just want to get a better understanding of who I am as a person. And I think my therapist, by the way, every therapist is kind of different, so you kind of have to go through some sort of vetting process, but luckily I have a really good one, and I think she really challenges me on how to set goals and objectives so that way I can be the best version of myself. And for me, it's kind of a no-brainer too, because my job's health insurance is amazing, and this is pretty much a free benefit. So why not take advantage of it? But on that note, let me know what you guys think. Please comment down below. I know some of you guys have been following me for a while, so I'm really interested to hear your thoughts on it. But yeah, I know this vlog was all over the place. My next one will be a lot more structured because I'm going out to San Diego for an entire week. I literally just went last month. I'm going again this month to visit my clients. So on that note, thank you guys so much for watching. Please thumbs up the video if you liked it and subscribe for more content.